Hello everybody, Mikey here, or Burns Post, like I always say. And fellas, we are playing a new, well not new, but we are playing a game called Return to Ash. It's new to the channel. It's like a visual novel style game. Um, I've been intrigued by this one for a little bit. I was going to play it a little while ago, but I kind of lost interest. I kind of wanted to do some other stuff. So, I'm excited to get back in, or not get back into it, but give it a shot. I heard it's short, so this should just be another one-shot stream. But yeah, let's get into it. Oh, word, a hospital bed. Finally. The hospital was empty. Quiet and brighter than usual, like waking up on a snow day. But I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird, normally opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured or this is a dream, or I'm dead. Damn, rip. Hello? I called out, but no one came. Nurse? I searched for the call button on my bed, but it wasn't there. Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers, huh? Haha. Alright, so this is our guy. Or gonna go with girl. Ash. Yeah, Ash, so girl. What am I supposed to do now? Leave the room? Die, I guess. Die, I guess, is too funny of an option not to pick. Oh, what up, Marmar? Like, you can't just give me the option, die. You know what I mean? Die, I guess. I'm all in on die, I guess. Well, rip to me. Can't say it wasn't a good one. You know, I gotta pick die, I guess. I closed my eyes and waited for my brain to shut down, but it didn't. It refused. The weirdest thing is I didn't feel sleepy at all. I didn't feel hungry either, but that's not too far out of the ordinary. Hospital food doesn't give much to encourage the appetite. Dude, I loved eating hospital food whenever I would have to go. Tiredness, however, was my default state of being. Even before I was an inpatient, naps were always the first line of defense. Someone walks in my room, pretend to be asleep. Get invited to hang out somewhere? Sorry, I'm exhausted. Maybe next time. Yo, that's based. Dude, there'd be many a times where I didn't want to hang out. Where I'll be like, oh man, I'm just really tired. You know what I mean? Nah, that's a fair excuse. And it's unbeatable. Because I could be lying. Or I could just be really sleepy. And you don't want to be the dick to keep the guy going after he's tired. It's no wonder my classmates stopped sending those get well soon cards pretty quick. Oh. If I didn't make an effort, why should they? I mean, if you're sick, I feel like you have the universal hall pass there. You know what I mean? Not to encourage any bad behavior. But cause it's obviously not the flu if you're in the hospital. I feel like you got some leeway. Death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Guess we'll leave the room. Fine, I'll just go out and find someone. Oh, what up, Henry? I put on some slippers and walked down to the hall. Oh, word, we're both wearing slippers. I actually just took mine off, but I have the Freddy Fazbear slippers under my desk right now. I got them at Spencer's. I wish I got a bigger pair, because I got big feet, and it's like, you know. Dude, yeah, I saw the Silk Song DLC. Yeah, we're never gonna be... Yeah, Henry, do you remember how you were celebrating that you thought we were near done with Silk Song? Now DLC is coming out, so unfortunately for you, Henry, Silk Song Saturday is staying, and we might extend it to a Silk Song Sunday. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or two scurrying these halls. Free too is based and hornet pilled, or at the very least a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there's absolutely no one. My footsteps echo quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of hallway before me. Okay, new explanation. Time has stopped. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Or it's the Rapture, so it's not their fault. I was left behind. Damn. A nuclear apocalypse? There isn't a bright flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walk steadily down the halls, coming up with more ridiculous theories on what could be happening. Finally, a figure appears to be saving me from my madness. Oh, Lord have mercy, fellas. Yeah, word. Stylish woman indeed. Hi. I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too, so suddenly. Literally just a woman? Dude, sometimes that's all it needs. When you're not dealing with your average down bad warrior anymore. I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone stupid. I didn't think anyone else was here. She looks me up and down and glancing at my IV bag back to my face. She's expecting a response. Quick, think of something to say. Cool tie? I'm looking for a nurse. Where is everyone? Where is everyone? But why would she know where everyone is? Cool tie? Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm glad. See, we're in sync today, guys, with our choices, and I'm glad for that. That's a cool tie. Haha, thanks. Are you feeling okay? Couldn't help but notice you're on an IV. Well, I'm in the hospital for a reason. Her smile fails. Sorry to be a depressing person, lady. Yeah. She gives me a pitying look, then considers her next word. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You died. Fuck! Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I was just really hoping you weren't gonna say that. Right, of course. I don't know why I went the high pitch fuck. It just, the facial expression is just what I channeled, I suppose. Yeah, having a heart attack after dying, that didn't imagine it's still having heart problems when you died. Why would it matter if I was having a heart... Oh, even she thinks so. Why would it matter if I'm having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. I mean, I assumed as much. I didn't want to face it. How could I have died just so unceremoniously? Unless that I don't remember the gruesome details. Guys, I feel like this is going to be one of those games that's going to try to make me cry. But as you guys know, I'm way too tough to cry. I've never cried on stream, in fact. Guess just to be thankful for that at least. Still, die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22. Dude, I'm 21. Hold on. This is too close to home. Hold on, wait a minute. No, this is too close. That's too close to my age. It's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me how many weeks I had left to live. That's kind of a dick move on the doctor. I would like to know how long I have left. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now, out of necessity or habit. The woman clears her voice. I'm sorry, it took me some time to process my own death too. You're also dead? I've been here for about 3 months now, give or take. I wonder how she died. It's probably rude to ask a stranger, like something like that. Fair enough. It's not like I want to spill my life story either. So it's your story, kid. Never mind. She asked without hesitation. Yeah, I guess fair enough. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. Really? But you look so young. I was about to say, I thought this was gonna be like a teenager. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. So your ghost haunting the place? Ooh, that'd be cool. Being hospitalized stunted my growth, I guess. Why are we talking about this? I died, who cares what I look like? Wow, only 4 years younger than me. Finally, I can relate to a little better. 4 years? 26, right? Yeah, 26. My life is pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine how I would be able to relate to her in the slightest. What are you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. 28 math is strong on this one. No, because if the kid is 22, 4 years, I guess you're not... No, because 2, 4, 2, 6. She said 4 years younger, right? Oh, I'm mocking you, dummy. Okay. Because I wasn't confident about that answer, Henry. Like, I'm bad at mental math. I was about to say. Listen, we joke a lot about Valley Girl Burns, but, like, that's real. I am fucking stupid. There's a reason why I'm a YouTuber. No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Oh, sorry, she died of ligma. She died of ligma, dude. That's my headcanon. I'm sorry, I asked my own disconcern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead. Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but doesn't mean we should give up on living. Dude, my heart literally gave up on living. Why shouldn't I? This is bullshit. My name's Scarlet. Aw, cool name too. I'm gonna get my second shot at life even if it kills me. Moving words for someone who's already dead. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're already... even if it kills... Like, we can't die twice, can we? You know, see, this is where the has-been hotel audience conversation comes up. Like, can you die twice? You know, what's the point if you're already in hell? You know what I mean? Or I guess, where is this place? What is this place, actually? What about you? Do you want to go back? Go back to where? Go back to where? When? To when I left off? Or where before it was hot? Yeah, I feel like if you die of a chronic illness, I'm not really trying to get back to living in that chronic illness. Yeah, go back to being in a hospital bed. Just let me go to heaven. You know what I mean? Heaven, purgatory. I wouldn't want to go to hell, but if that's where I'm going, I mean, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't want to go back to a hospital bed. The thought of returning to my current everyday life, assuming the stasis I've been in for the past 7 years, just doesn't sound at all appealing to me. Oh, so that's why she's so short, because I'm not even going to ask that question, because it's just going to reveal how dumb I am. It's not that I'd rather be dead, it's more like now that I've died, I feel like I could come to accept it. My head doesn't hurt, and I've been standing here for a while without feeling dizzy. That's huge for me. I wonder if I even need this IV anymore. I answered her honestly. I don't know. That makes sense. It sounds like you just got here after all. What's your name? It's Ashley. Ash for sore. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, Ashley, walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately with complete confidence that I thought I would follow her right after, so I did. Yo, but Henry, I do want to tell you, this game, one of the game's tags was LGBTQ. I think this is the first game we've ever played on the channel that had that as a tag. So, you know, there you go. Scarlet walked at an easy pace, explained the mechanics of afterlife as it was a speech she rehearsed and recited 20 times. And maybe she had. Clearly I wasn't the first dead person she'd welcome here. It was surreal, thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in a fog, but my mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain should function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlet's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We died, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to, but apparently that's up to death. We gotta rizz up death, fellas, right? We're all in agreement. I could rizz up death. Look at me. Look how handsome I am. You don't think I could rizz up death? Death itself? So, we don't get hungry? Right. Or thirsty? There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. Damn, not even a Mountain Dew? Not even a Mountain Dew? Not even chocolate? No candy? No donuts? Not even some pizza? Hold on, maybe I do want to go back. I love food, dude. I'm fat. No, you can't do this to me. And we can't sleep. You know, I haven't actually tried, but after 3 full months of no sleep, I haven't had any adverse health effects, so safe to say it's unnecessary. Dude, this is the amazing digital circus. You know what I mean? That girl's Pomni. This is Ragatha. You know what I mean? Death is gonna be Cain. You know for sure, and you know for sure it's been 3 months. Time definitely has been passing. I've been using my watch to track the days. Because there's no sunrise or sunset, I slow my pace and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look on her face. The space isn't so bad once you get used to it. Yeah, the watch works. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Yeah, can I get some sunglasses, dog? Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I might have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of the light was unnerving to me. I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in. I'd say St. Fellows was the better option. At least there it had changing sessions to look forward to. How to get quieter after visiting hours were over. The chatty nurses telling me about their days. They changed my IV. Being at hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is just to feel miserable all the time. I'm not miserable. I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. I grip the pull of my IV, stand a little tighter. I'm too afraid to leave it behind. Damn. Yeah, fellas, this one might be a depressing one. this one might be a little sad. Because when I picked this game out, I was like, oh, that's a cute art style. We should have fun with this one. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it out pretty quick. You may be able to bargain with that too. Then you wouldn't have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs and presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debate. Then why aren't you? Then why are you still here? The elevator doors open. A real man stacking coins on the floor. Can we knock over his coins? Don't come in. I blinked at the confusing sight, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this? It's been 2 days. There's a lot of coins, and the deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? I'm taking Ashley here to meet death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No. If there's deadline... She knocks the... No! Scarlet! Knocked over my man's stack of coins? Why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you were wasting your time. Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow. I stepped in the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. I think I'd also try knocking one over, because why not? Why are you doing this in an elevator? It was an awkward ride. Oh my god, there's more stacks. We reached the basement. Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved his shield as coin stacks from a reckless stride, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her attention seemed to more focus on escorting me to wherever death was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of play currency. At least I'm not aware of any coins that had a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Doubloons? How many doubloons would it take for you guys to be in this game, to be dead? Judging by the cartoony design, it seems like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious and not particularly in any rush to meet death, I stopped to talk to the man. I do appreciate the man's a big body like myself. You see, me and again, big backs, we gotta stick together. Actually, that's kind of my build. Why are you stacking coins, mister? Celadon, and you're Ashley, right? I'm gonna call you Kel. We're gonna call you Kel for now. Kel, and you're Ashley, right? I prefer Ash. Kel picks up a small stack of coins and transports them to the larger pile besides the elevator. This was processed and methodical and efficient. I could tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive. He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial. Scarlet, clearly tired to wait, and returns to my side. Death told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious? I don't mind at all. It's good exercise. Also sounds pretty easy. Top floor? How many floors are there? He goes back for the next round of coins. Leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death is gonna let him pass you this time either. Yeah, how is that even exercise? No offense, Cal, but like... You know, that's like if I was saying YouTube is good exercise. I'm sitting on my ass. You're sitting on your ass in an elevator. Can you get fat? Can you get skinnier if you're already dead? The stack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them as his work as if nothing happened. I feel sorry for him. Let's follow Scarlet. I do want to dab up death. Scarlet turns back to me, tapping her foot as she's grinning. You know, the reason I volunteered to bargain with death for you is because I don't want to see you end up like Clayton. Or not Clayton, Kyle. You think he'd stick with the body? Yeah, you know what I mean? So you wouldn't, like, get... Why exercise? Yeah, again, because you can't eat! In other words, she took pity on me. I really wish I'd went with him. I wish I had a mentor when I first got here. Maybe things would have gone more smoothly. Thanks for your help, Miss Scarlet. Increased bond with Scarlet. I don't... Hold on. Was one of the tags dating sim? Fellas, I need to check something real quick. No way that we could rizz up Scarlet. I don't think so. But that would have been based. Dating in the afterlife is crazy. Maybe I'd have more luck in the afterlife than in real life. That's not funny. I don't feel like I'm being treated like an equal as all. Still, I can't help but smiling back. If she wants to take me under her wing, that's a net positive for me, right? Scarlet motions for me to follow again, and I obey. Best not to overthink it. I steel myself as she skirts me further down the hall toward death. The room I found myself was hollow lines filled with metal drawers. I know these drawers, they're for storing human bodies. Pull the door open and the panel slides out with a corpse on it. I've seen it on TV. This is the basement of the hospital where they take patients who succumb to their illness or injuries, and Scarlet took me here. I'm really dead. I fucking died, yeah? However times I say in my head it doesn't sink in, I'm still thinking and walking and talking, how can I really be dead? You're joking, right? She turns to me in genuine confusion in her eyes. The morgue? The morgue? My voice cracks. I can't stay calm on face of this. Is that how you see it? What is that supposed to mean? It's obviously the morgue. Are you okay, Ashley? No, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm in a morgue. The fear is so visceral, but my heart isn't beating faster at all. Is it still beating? When did it stop? It's not beating anymore, is it? Scholar, I don't want to die. I don't want to be dead. I feel the same, which I don't need to... It's why we need to bargain with death. Wait, other people say it differently? I think see it differently. I think I might have fucked it up. Yeah, I was gonna say, see it. That'd be cool, like, because she's only known a hospital for 7 years. So it makes sense why she sees it as a hospital. That's interesting. That's how I've always seen dying. Like, if there is an afterlife, it's different for everyone. Sorry. Don't worry, it's a normal reaction. That's not comforting at all. I feel like an idiot for freaking out. I was told a long time ago that I would die young, but still always felt so far away. Imagining myself being slid into one of these old metal drawers to be forgotten by everyone I've ever known. Haha, but everyone else has already forgotten about me, didn't they? That's how I felt before. No visitors in over a year. I might as well not exist to them. Damn, that is kind of sad. Have you tried visiting them though? It doesn't seem like you're putting in the effort. See, we laugh, we joke, we suppress our trauma. It's more convenient if I don't exist. How will they feel when they hear the news? Relieved? I don't want to think about it. How did you die? I asked the question point blank. She appeared in my life before, so this has just been payback, I guess. I don't remember the specifics. I woke up here 3 months ago. Kel was focused on his trials, and Death refused to talk to me. I've been in a few others, but they haven't stuck around very long. I'm not sure how many of them got out, or if they were just able to be revived at all. She talks quite quickly. In another speech that feels rehearsed, she must have relayed this story a number of times by now. I've searched the building for clues. The computers don't boot up, and everything the filing cabinets have are completely blank. All I know is that Death is in charge and seems to have some control over who can leave via the trials, which means bargaining with them might really be my only way out, if there is a way out of here. I don't know, would you really want to revive just to go back to a hospital? Because, so far, this doesn't seem too bad. Because you're just in a hospital. I'm just gonna go back to a hospital. You know what I mean? You sure we can bargain with them? Well, don't expect results right away. They don't like the recently living. Great, I guess I'll have to figure my way how to get on Death's good side. Listen, I am naturally charismatic. I will be dabbing up Death by the end of this stream. Where is Death anyway? I thought they'd be lurking around in here. They usually are. Take a look around at the shocked feeling in the morgue has weared off a little. On the opposite room is a large pile of coins that have been meticulously stacked. Clayton's work, I guess, or Carlton's work, I guess. What's the point of this? Show dedication, repaying his sins, maybe. You had plenty of time to reflect on your life. You spent whole 2 days doing this. Or maybe you'd be so focused you don't think at all. Wandering these things isn't going to answer my question. I turned to Scarlet. What else has Kelton's done for his trials? I stopped caring. It's meaningless anyway, blunt as always. The trials are a waste of time, Ashley. Death always finds a way to claim what you've lost. You calling me unfair? Yo, word? Yo, word? Fellas. Gotta turn on the old Burns Post charm here. Fellas. This is definitely Death. You came out of nowhere. Don't do things like that. You're gonna give Ashley a heart attack. Not possible. It certainly feels possible. They really startled me. Just then, Kelton came back. Not Kelt. I'm gonna call him C. No, I'm just gonna call him the big bag, like myself. Came stumbling in with a room stack of coins in hand. Oh, everyone's here. There's some business with Death. Could you try not to disturb us? But my trial. Is this not enough coins? It's insanity. Damn. The big C. That's what we'll call him. He stacks his coins in the pile, then scurries out of the room. Have some self-respect. What's your business with me, Scarlet? They ask flatly, their sigh muffled by the skull mask. Oh, mask. Covering their face. That is a mask, right? The gloves they're wearing looks like the kind I worn for Halloween as a kid. Ashley wants to revive. You're going to release her soul from this place. She speaks for me and I let her. There's no way I could talk like that to death myself. Am I? Sneaks back in with another stack of coins, then quietly adds them to his pile. Yes, you are. Look at her. She's on an IV, for God's sake. So if she revived, she would die because she could die anyway. You see, that's what I'm saying, Death. Thank you. Like, just reviving me isn't gonna be enough. You would have to change my body. You would have to get life in on this. You know what I mean? Also, I got a body of like a fucking 7-year-old, dude. I look like Pomni from the Amazing Digital Circus. You know what I mean? I'm just Pomni. Gee, thanks for the reminder. That's besides the point. Seems relevant to me. Why should I bother? Because maybe a near-death experience is what you need to be in order to be miraculously healed. She could go on to live a full life. That's kind of a weird argument to make. I'm not certainly expecting any miracles. I think Scarlet was a lawyer before. She's young. Does she look like she belongs here? Big C's coins clatter in the background. To me, she looks like someone who'd rather rely on a stranger than face her problems herself. Damn! We're not strangers. We did just meet. Scarlet gently puts a hand on my shoulder. Let me do the talking, Ashley. Ousted from the debate over my own soul, I retreat to the opposite side of the room. This is going well. Death probably thinks I'm pathetic now, like how Scarlet feels about Caldon. A pathetic little worm doing whatever they're told, relying on the strength of others, pitiable and weak. That's us. He glances at me, then hurriedly returns stacking his coins. Before you leave the room, Death blocks his way. Time's up, Donnie. Thank you for giving him a nickname. Alright, Donnie it is. You don't like Scarlet telling you to let her do the talking? I kind of appreciate her letting her do the talking. Donnie, that's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. You're Donnie now, though, dude. Scarlet strides over to us, indigent. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule fools, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Just tell him he failed and get over it already. Please don't do that. I worked really hard. Excuse me? Oh, hold on. Excuse me? They all turn to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listen. I'm massively uncomfortable. We gotta riz up Death, right? I suppose. Are you really gonna check through every coin? Not just check them. There's a hint of smirk in her voice. I'm gonna flip them. Flip? And there's the catch. For every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them lands on tails, you lose. No! Donnie, no! Oh, he's cooked, dude. He's cooked. Oh, no! So what if he only brought, like, 2? I thought I just had to place them here face up, flipping every single one. That's impossible. Or the odds of getting heads so many times in a row. 50-50 for each coin. That's pretty awful RNG. Technically possible. It'd take a miracle, but there's still technically a chance it could pass. If I had that kind of luck, I would have won the lottery by now. Don't bother getting so substantially. It always turns out like this. Death flips for his coin. Heads. They pick up the next one. Oh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Donnie cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. A third coin lands on heads, then a fourth. He watches the results, unable to speak, but I can't go on forever. In fact, it might be a setup to make him think he has a chance, only for Death to take that away. Just a coin flip that they managed to turn into an immense physical... Shouldn't it be psychological? Oh, it is psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have been given him better odds, but then he wouldn't he not fail for bringing the minimum requirement? I see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. Well, you died for a reason. You don't really get another chance here. But how does other people get revived? Coin floats pause and Death turns to me. Hey, Ashley, heads or tails? We could be a dick here. Do we get a choice? Tails. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Donnie seems like a nice guy. We'll go with heads. Heads. Scarlet shoots me a look, but I don't budge. I have to stand up to Death somehow. They flip the coin. Tails, you lose. Damn, I'm sorry, Donnie. Come on, that's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he may cry, which is possibly Death aims at this, crushing his spirit, giving him hope only to snuff it out. Will they help with from toying from people like that? Donnie has done a lot of these, right? I can't stop my health from speaking out. The situation's still unfair, yeah. So why can't you just release this already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts their scythe like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react as my eyes follow him. I can only think how the ceiling is higher than... They drift to a stop and glance ahead from the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? I've been standing here, a room lined with bodies. Why did the walls look indefinitely tall? I have not noticed that till now. The metal door swings open and the door slides out. It's hard to tell from where it's standing, but it seems to be lined up with rows of hourglasses? Oh, maybe you gotta, like, do your time. That his is in here. What are those? The countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Is that what the first I'm hearing of a countdown? You never ask. Fair enough. I like this version of Death. I like Death that says, like, listen, I'm not gonna not tell you stuff, but I'm not gonna tell you everything. You never asked. That is my go-to whenever someone asks me something, and it's like, why didn't you tell me? You didn't ask. You haven't told me. No, I'm on Death's side here. This is how long you have left to live. The sand in the small hourglass fell steadily down. A human life measured in grains of sands. Nice try, we're already dead. Not quite. Stands on the ground wringing his hands. What do you mean? I'm sure you could find one. Death descends again. Skeletons are... Donnie's hourglass in hand. You only see what happens when I turn this over. They say it in teasing voice like it's a game to them. It's someone's life. No, Donnie says I must all be thinking, but it's cool, check it out. It'd be funny if he flipped over. Definitely, we all expect the sand inside of reverse direction, but it doesn't. Continue falling upward, defying gravity. That's how long we have left to live. Meaning we are still alive. And maybe while we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she's been in here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? I just got here, so... Scarlet lets out a ridiculous huff. So you're just gonna torture him until his time runs out, or you release him once it gets down to the wire, let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable. Are we still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlet tell you? Look, it's Scarlet, but she was already stormed away, attached her foot facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death? Y'all ended up here because you're miserable losers. Damn! Like, when you say miserable, do you mean that literally, or are you being mean? Because if they're, like, actual sad. But fair enough, I guess. I don't know how that's a soul... Oh! Social death! Like, literally, they're not dead, but their social life is. Oh! That's fun. That's fun. Oh, that makes sense. No, she's not being mean. She's just being dead ass. Not get it, dead ass. No, I'm liking this game so far. Because I was a little skeptical about playing it. You know what I mean? I was like, I don't know how well this is going to do. I wanted to give it a shot, though. Scarlet brought me back to the first floor where we met. In her hands was an hourglass when Death had given her when she asked for it. She eyes it suspiciously. Didn't she tell you? That's what Death said. Scarlet could have told me that we weren't really dead. Apparently, she'd known it all along, so why'd she give me the wrong impression? No, she specifically told me that I died. That's not a lie by omission. That's just a straight-up lie. Oh, what up, Aiden? Isn't it? What? Excuse me, what else was she not telling me? Based on her reaction, I could tell she didn't know everything about the hourglasses, but everything she told me before. Is she cooler than Etio? Dude, I couldn't even remember him. Dude, I didn't even know that was his name. I slow my pace, we need to talk about this. Hey, Scarlet. She finally looks up from her hourglass and directly into my eyes. Etio? Or is it Etio? I definitely am pronouncing it wrong. Yeah, Etio. Etio or Etio. Or is that an L? Oh, no, that's an I. God, I need glasses. You knew it was a social death, didn't you? Then why didn't you tell me sooner? Because I don't trust them? I don't trust anything Death says implicitly. Their trials, for instance. I never once seen anyone pass them. But others made it out before. Maybe they passed their trials without you noticing. I've yet to confirm that. They just seem to disappear after a while. You think death is lying to us? I don't know. I think death isn't entertaining to you. Depends on the creepy pasta. I don't know. I feel like I'm trusting death here. Because, like, why would they lie? Why would death lie? I know that I'm dead, Ashley. She suddenly seems very intense, taken aback for the coldness in her voice. How are you so sure? Because I was murdered. Dun, dun, dun! Scarlet glances down at the empty hallway, then steps into one of the rooms. Follow her, leave. We'll follow her. I come this far with Scarlet. I won't back down now. Scarlet stands at the other side of the room, gazing out the window in the endless void. Scarlet, you're really attached to me, aren't you? I mean, yeah. I thought we were working together like a team or something. I get that you don't trust death, but at least I could trust you. Could you trust me? You're a good girl. Oh my god, don't say that to me. Don't say that to me. She sighs, letting good attention from before. I'm sorry for making you feel like I lied to you. Let's share information properly this time. Yeah, whatever helps us get out of here. Scarlet starts by showing me her hourglass, nearly full of the top, meaning she has plenty of time to revive, according to death, anyway. It wasn't much. I wasn't given an hourglass, so there's no much telling how much time I have. But Scarlet's still doing just fine after 3 months. Maybe I don't have to worry about it so soon. Knowing the deadline might be only make me panic in the end, so we decide to forget about it for now. Scarlet folds her arms and leans back against the window. The other thing I should tell you is this isn't a hospital. Yeah, it's the afterlife. You told me that. What I mean is the morgue you were in before, that's the mailroom. Huh? Mailroom? It isn't really a mailroom, of course. That's just what it looks like to me. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's different. Everyone's looks like a dream. Your mind fills in the blanks, using a place from your own memories. Oh my god, I hope mine isn't my house. I hope mine isn't my work. Dude, oh my god. I hope mine is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, personally. So it's like a memory, that's why details are missing. So, what is this place to you, Scarlet? To me, it's an office building, one I used to work at. Scarlet goes into one of her speeches, although this one feels more or less rehearsed. It's before she was killed, she was forced to quit her job. She doesn't say what job it was exactly. So that there was some kind of scandal caused by her boss, and she was unknowingly complicit in it. All she did was shred some papers like she was told that got her stalked by journalists and all that public outrage. Dude, send me to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a place for fantasy and fun come to life for children and adults alike. All she did was shred some papers. I'm almost surprised I hadn't heard of whatever case this was, but it's not like I watched the news. Dude, you wake up one day, in your old age, you're back in your young self, and all of a sudden you hear, and it's just fucking Monokuma. Scarlet delivers without a hint of emotion attached. She sounds tired of it all. I don't want to push her around with more questions, but I don't get this at all. So then, if your boss was the bad guy here, why were they coming after you instead? Dude, that does sound like hell. Being trapped with Monokuma for eternity. God knows, Ashley. I call it misogyny. They'll excuse me of dodging accountability. If I call it misogyny, they'll excuse me of dodging a culpability. None of my friends wanted anything to do with me. They didn't want trouble. Some of them even believed those articles. I was getting harassed on the street. I could barely leave my apartment. A social death, meaning all her relationships were destroyed. Damn. It's okay. I feel like this one's not on Ashley then. Like, maybe Scarlet, maybe you should look at what you were shredding, right? It's like, Ash got sent to the hospital. She was chronically unwell. You know what I mean? What about your family? My mother passed away when I was young, and I haven't spoken to my father since I was a teenager. We never got along. Might as well not have had a family. Maybe it's better that way. Maybe they would have become targets of me. Because of you, weren't you only in that situation because of your boss? It's unfair, isn't it? I ignored rumors about him. We even used to get along. No, that is true too, Henry. Being sick, because first of all, you gotta deal with the stigma of being sick. But also, being at the hospital every day, you can't, But it turns out he was just another shitty, abusive white man in a long line of shitty, abusive white men. Hating him is easy, it's boring. Me, on the other hand, I'm a traitor but to my entire gender. I'm despicable. A traitor, but what? This all sounds extremes. It's because I'm the one who destroyed the evidence. Ooh, that's bad. Doesn't matter doesn't matter that I didn't know what was on those papers. Everyone believes that I must have known. If I had just taken time to look through them, I hadn't been so buried in work, I wouldn't have realized what they were. That fucking bastard. I'm just the last in line of women whose lives he ruined. Damn. So you should make out with Ash. Scarlet sighs again, much heavier this time. It's still painful to think about when you think a few months away from it all. I could have laughed all about it. How could anyone laugh about any of that? It led to you getting killed, didn't it? Something like that. Her murder must have related to this, right? That's what she was telling me. Anyway, I'd rather not dwell on it. When I revive, I'll be starting completely over. Starting over like a whole new life. That's the plan. No salvaging my own life. I'm dead. Fair enough. I'm dead. But that doesn't mean I have to be the end of Scarlet, or maybe I can change my name to Rogue or something. You should keep Scarlet. Rude sounds dumb. Abandoning your name, that's too sad. You should keep it. I'd like to, but I don't think that's possible. I'd rather not let the old life haunt me. But I like the name Scarlet. All that aside, let's stay focused on where we are now. Yeah, dude. Yeah, go for changing your name. That's cool. Fucking Rogue? That's dumb. That's fucking stupid. That's the name of that bat from Sonic. Don't change your name to something stupid. Right, finding a way to revise. So I think our next step is trying to get more information out of the others. They're probably more willing to talk to you than me, so I think you better be the one to do it. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, sure, that makes sense. Scarlet needs my help. She was relying on me for this. So just make sure you take everything Death says with a grain of salt. Kel, too. Honestly, that man is beyond help. I'll let you know what I find out. Thanks, Ashley. I promise. We're gonna make it out of here together. Yeah, okay. We can do it. Okay. Am I the only one a little suspicious of Scarlet? Like, I feel like she's leaving me behind. You know, if she gets the chance. As I leave the room, I can't help but feel giddy with pride. I'm going to be useful to Scarlet. We're a real team now. I hurried down the hallway to the elevator, my IV bag swinging along behind me as I walked. Okay, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Because I'm not saying that she wasn't a victim of misogyny. But that's a very easy out there. You know what I mean? Because anybody can use that. Well, I guess not anybody. But you know what I mean? That's the classic maneuver right there. No, I'm sure I'm all in on Death too, because Death straight up like just ask the right questions. You know what I mean? I don't think Death would be fucking with Kel if you know, if Donnie could have had, if he didn't have enough time. Let's go to the morgue. I'll talk to Death first. I need to ask them about my hourglass. I steal myself and press the label 2B2. Death sights drops through the small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the door a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God I wasn't standing right there. Once the door's fully open, they jostle hands swing with their weapon around their shoulder casually. Yeah, why would Death... Yeah, why would Death... Like, you know how many people die a social death? Especially with the internet. You know what I mean? Like, dude, Death is not wasting their time just to fuck you over. You know what I mean? I've been expecting you to kill me. Nah, I want to hang out. You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me like I have a choice. I like Death. Oh, word? Video games? Death brings me back to the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. Video games with Death. Is that a GameCube? Do you have Mario Kart Double Dash, Death? Cinema. I'm all in on Team Death here. It's my room. How do you deck it out so fast? This place looks extremely lived in, from the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to controller scattered magic. Don't worry about it, right? I should know better than ask, considering I've also seen them fly. The big screen catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of all the latest game consoles below it. Are we gonna play video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were all my favorite childhood handheld. Thess tries over to the controller and picks one of them up. We're gonna play GTA 5. Dude, Dude, we got GTA 5 before GTA 6. That's crazy. GDA, Glorious Devils, Aberrant. How have you not heard of that? Oh, the kids down the street grew up had one of those games. I think I watched the Sin Town one. I think that's the old one. 5's cooler. It's got way better graphics. Death Knows Ball. Death Knows Ball, dude. Alright, they're obviously saying GTA. GTA 5, dare I say it, is the best GTA game that's out right now. Right? GTA 5 has an amazing story, tons of stuff to do online, tons of stuff to do even on the base game. Don't even get me started on GTA 5. She knows ball. Death Knows Ball. How do you play? It's a single player, you just watch. Oh, that's peak, dude. That's peak. What do you mean? Sitting and watching someone play video games? That's what you guys do. That's what you guys are doing right now. Sitting and watching someone else play video games. This is peak. Dude, you're just... Yo, Ash, it's just like a live stream. That's what you guys do. Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sin Towns. In GDA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like Lucifer if she was a sexy lady. It's like a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. And in the case of my childhood friends, their parents need to understand the rating system bought out of ignorance. You guys want to hear a fun story real quick? When I was a kid, I got GTA 5, like... It had to have been like 5th grade, right? Way too young. But I got it on the Xbox 360, and that game was so big, you had to like get 2 discs for it. One to install it, and one to play it. So I was sitting there for hours while that thing installed. And, you know, the loading screens have some, like, you know, Michael looking cool, Franklin looking cool, Trevor looking cool. Then there's the one with the woman in the bikini. And... this was in my family living room while I'm waiting for this to install, and my dad was just sitting on the couch behind me while it installed. You had Yandere? Dude, you had something worse. Do not put GTA on the same level as Yandere Sim. No one, dude, no. Dude, that destroys a childhood. I was bored by it. I tried watching Markiplier play it or Cub Scats. That shit was boring. Maybe it was funner to play, but I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole now. I'm pretty sure I'd get Ligma. Here's a main story mode, but I think more people play for the sandbox aspect. You can pick up guns, steal cars, and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners. You know, it's just like Has Been Hotel. I don't think a game with that kind of deep lore is attached to it. Death loads a save and shows me their character. Lucy's just in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on her back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the over-the-top aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, they say, equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fire it at a gas station and walk towards the camera in slow-mo for dramatic effect. Oh, what up, Starry? Dude, Death is based in GDA pilled. Cause dude, yo, check this out. Like, yo, showing them their character, dude, I love Death. The explosion in this games are so realistic. Actually, I've never seen explosions in real life, so maybe they're not. They look more real than ones from the previous game anyway. I comment how cool it was while Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking call and evading Hell's police force. They're having a great time. Death is based, dude. Yo, dying is badass. I don't know. Yo, information for Scarlet? Dude, we're playing GDA. We're playing GDA. Hey, Death, can you pause? Why? Because it's hard to have a conversation with the gunfire and explosions, then yell. I'd rather not. Ugh, boring. Death pauses the game, leans towards me. So you like Scarlet's lackey now, or what? Scarlet's my friend. Saying out loud made me feel good inside. It's nice to have a friend, even if we are in the afterlife. Well, damn, well, I guess it's too late for you then. Too late for what? You don't care about GDA, you're happy being someone's puppet, we'll never get along. Damn, I'm not a puppet, then why'd you come here, Ash? You dragged me here, you came down the elevator to talk to me, right? You never gave me my address, you don't have one? I don't? I'm unpausing now. Dude, she's based though. You don't want to play GDA? Dude, even I would be like waiting till after to do it. You know what I mean? I'd be like, alright, I'm gonna take my time. You know what I mean? Like, I think Ash is Scarlet's trial. right? Or Donnie's trial. You know what I mean? Because obviously we'll interact with him also. I think we're their trials, and they need to make a friend, right? Like a genuine friend, right? And like when they learn that, then we get to go back and maybe we're healthy or whatever, right? But I think we're the trial here. Death resumes their grand escape from Hell's police force. I don't have an hourglass. What does that mean? I guess if I want something just made put pressure on Scarlet and Donnie. That makes sense. They want to give me one. Maybe Scarlet's right. Then Death is just playing games with us to keep us from arriving. Dude, trusting what Death says is definitely a mistake. Dude, I trust Death. I trust Death with my life. She wants to play GTA. Or they want to play GTA. Ash, no, you're not being based. Death doesn't say anything when I walk out of the morgue. I have better things to do than watch them blow up tanks. Dude, is that not? Dude, is that not fun? You could just ask, hey, can we play a two-player game? You know what I mean? Like, dude, just ask. Dude, fuck you, Ash. Dude, am I not the only one that'd be down to just play video games with Death? I should talk to Donnie next. I'll give Scarlet an update after that. Yo, what up, Donnie? The worst Ninja Turtle? Yeah, I stand by that. You know, I stand by that. Donatello's the worst Ninja Turtle, at least from the 2012 show. It goes Michelangelo, because, you know, we have the same name, Raphael, Leonardo, and Donatello. And if you want to know why I don't like Leonardo, it's because he was trying to bang his sister. At least in the 2012 show. I don't know how they handle that in other things, but I find Donnie in the lobby. He's turning his hourglass over in his hands. They're staying still, flowing in one direction, huh? Yeah, sorry. Watch the 2012 Ninja Turtles, and just you wait until they get to Karai. I'm sure he's still thinking about the trial. At least I would be if I had just wasted the past couple of days going up and down a room. An elevator carrying glass coins for a reason. Not actual blood-related sister. I guess I'm being a bit of a dick here. But it's weird. I know I made the right decision leaving it to them before. My help would have only made it worse. Donnie's been up here the longest, aside from Death, of course. I need to learn more about his situation so I can report back to Scarlet. Yo, what up, Donnie? Or Corey Keogh. Or Kanan and Leon. I think there's another one too. I can't remember though. I might be repressing it. Hey, let's talk. Sure, Ash. If there's something in particular you want to talk about, everything that's happened, I guess. Yeah, how you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Death called us miserable losers. Dude, the amount of times I've been called a loser in my life, like, dude, I don't care. And most of the time, it's from my own family. Dude, my sister has insulted me so many times. When someone else does it doesn't even hurt anymore. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable, but they're right about me not having any friends. Oh, well, I'll be your friend. Everyone needs a pal after all. I'm struck by his warmth. He seems so genuine. Oh, what up, Donnie? Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. Dude, I can't say your actual name. I'm sorry. We share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself, how most of my life revolved around my illness, being hospitalized, how I hadn't had any visitors in over a year. That must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone, I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. Megalodon. So what was your life like? How long has you been here? You know, I'm not really sure how long it's been. Scarlet's the only one with a watch. And it doesn't get dark. Days must really be blend together. It's probably been a few years. Could you ask Death to find out? They don't like me very much. Damn. I think Death only likes us, personally. Well, Death ain't wrong. Yeah, dude, you spent 2 days picking up pennies. Sits on one of the chairs. I sit on the one beside him. My life before this was, oh no, I ran my own business. I had a wife. I thought my family cared about me. But when I went into debt, and no matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do. Working hard, hustling, you know. His breath grows unsteady. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When she handed me the divorce papers, I thought about, great, now I could sell more time spending products. Damn. Donnie went through it, huh? My whole family stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did wrong. See, okay, like, This seems that's why I'm still going. Like, Ash, I think, is their trial to get over whatever happened. What YouTuber does he remind me of? You're not talking about me, are you? Say, listen, those are fighting words. I haven't gotten a divorce yet. Those products help people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam. The health supplements, I use them myself. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. And it's fun. You get to work from home and talk to people you never would have talked to before. Oh, so he was in like a pyramid scheme here. And it's kind of work you can do even from a hospital bag. Heck, you might feel better if you take them yourself. Okay. Health supplements? Yeah, the company is You Thrive. Get it? Because you thrive. His mood changed really suddenly. Never heard of this company, but it sounds important to him. Sounds like a scam. Ash, when we get out of here, I'll sell you a sample kit. Then you could try for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor's permission. He looks insane, dude. He looks like he spent like his entire life pushing fake medicine. That's what's great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medication. It just boosts your immune system with any... Okay, no wonder his wife divorced him. Buddy was pushing him fucking medical scam. You know what I mean? This is getting weird. Dude, he was given fucking... What was that? There was this thing... He was selling bleach and telling people it was the cure to COVID. You know what I mean? Yo, Death might had a point about them being losers. Because I think maybe the theme here is... If Donnie was more sociable with people, he would have realized he was being fleeced. If Scarlet was more sociable with people, she would have realized that the CEO was a bad person. I think the problem was with their lives is that they never really got to, like, they only, like, locked into one thing. So, you know. I have a lock on this game, guys. We're gonna... Donnie, I'm healthy. I didn't make it... I'm healthy, so it didn't make any sense that I died, and now he seems to be back to normal. So this social death thing, that must be it, because no one ever talks to me anymore. They all blocked my number. Because you kept pushing your product. Listen, even I know when to stop talking about my YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, if something really cool happens, I'll be like, oh, check this out. You know what I mean? But I only, like, talk about them to every fucking video. You know what I mean? There's a limit to everything, yeah. How intense he is about his job, that's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other now, right? We're not friendless losers anymore. Hey, you're just losers now. Donnie smiles at me, then he takes his hourglass from his pocket. He stares down at it with great sadness in his eyes. I don't have the heart to tell him that Death's probably lying about the hourglass stuff. I'm not sure it'd make any difference. The years he spent doing here, the doing Death's impossible trials, that must have taken his toll on him. Beneath his friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he has to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Well, at least I have Scarlet now. Losers stick together, the weird kids in the back at last. Okay, but sometimes that's not a good option either. Yeah, from my experience, that can end very good or very, very poor. Hey, good luck on the next trial. I'm sure you'll pass one eventually. Donnie? Right, yeah. He slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Thank you. I'll do my best to pass the next trial. Good, I found out about Donnie's background. It doesn't sound like he remembers dying, but it's possible they could have just passed into sleep. That's probably what happened to me. All three of us died without any friends, but that could have just been a coincidence. I'll talk to Scarlet more about all this. I'm sure she'll come up with better theories than I can. I feel like Death is telling the truth. I'm really not trusting Scarlet. I knew it. Scarlet paced it back and forth. So the hourglass are just a distraction, like the bogus trials. We can't trust anything Death says. I feel like we can. I feel like we should. Who knows if they have the power to revive any of us at all? That was probably a lie too, but they could fly and stuff. They definitely have powers. Right, and you said they changed the room with magic, but we already know the appearance of this building is based on illusions. Are they really Death, like the actual Grim Reaper? I thought so, but I'm beginning to doubt that too, like they're wearing a Halloween costume for God's sake. They're supposed to be our only way out of here, unless even the possibility of reviving was a lie. Well, it doesn't do us any good to believe that. Think about the things we know for sure. I'm not sure I know anything for sure. I don't even know if I'm really dead. Well, I know I am, so we can start there at least. Everyone who's been able to leave this place so far thought it's because they passed their trials. But I didn't actually see anyone pass anything. I only heard about it from Donnie after the fact. Right, and he believes in the trials a little too much. I watch him fail again and again. The entire time I've been here, he won't stop, no matter how many times Death humiliates him. Now you tell me he was an MLM, men loves men? It seems like he's as gullible as they get. Listen, just because he's gay. Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. Listen, I thought it was an M. Men loving men. My bad. Dude, my stepmom was talking to me about something, and she said WLW, right? And I forgot what we were talking about, and I said to her, "What does women loving women have to do anything?" Yeah, I was saying, what does that have to do with anything? You know what I mean? Wait, what's an MLM? A multi-level marketing scheme. It's a business model that preys on desperate people, wreaking havoc on their finances while the owner of a company. Teeny at the core in the room, switches on the screen's bright red. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Calling all losers. I thought some trials for y'all. Come downstairs to get started. I just had the weirdest sense of deja vu right now. I don't know what it was, but I just, like, that particular, like, line of dialogue just triggered something within me. Should we? They'll come to us. If we don't come to them, might as well get it over with. Yo, let me make out with death. I'll get us all out of here. Just give me one shot. Give me one shot, one opportunity. I'll take one for the team. Monokuma. Yeah, dude, Monokuma. Dude, it's Monokuma. Death is gonna take off her little mask. It's gonna be fucking Monokuma. When Scarlet and I reach the morgue, Donnie and Death are already there waiting for us, like Colette and said. Calderby looks away. I wonder if he's nervous about the trial. Yo, Mike? Yo, that's me! Now that we're assembled, Death taps your scythe on one of the floor and makes an announcement. Scarlet's not for your next trial. Pass. She said it too quickly. Death even had time to finish her sentence. Ash, then they turn to me and feeling myself to start. I might do something special. It's a video game. A game like GTA or something. Nah, I can't 3D model for shit. I made you a card game. Oh, that's pretty cool. They pull a handful. It's a retro model similar to the one I got in elementary school. This is a pain, boy. The card's already in there, so take it out and try it out. If you can beat my game, you'll get to revive it. Feeling Death assigned something extremely difficult, maybe it's impossible. We'll play Death's game. I click on the on switch. Can't hurt to try. Reapers pick up how to play. Alright. The game begins with one Joker face up. Pick up cards 2 to A. Collect the suits in this order. If you choose the wrong card, you lose. Two to A, and then A, heart, clover, diamond. Alright. Loser. I'll give it another shot. So theoretically, one of these is like 2. Oh, that's 2 of hearts? What, didn't she say? Oh, in the order. Hold on, B rules. Now let me check the rules. I think it's a memory game. Hey, no, try. Alright, we'll start off like this. 4, 6, 5, 3. No, I don't think the cards change places. I'm gonna give up. If not, it's possible, but I'm not doing this all day. I shut the game off in defeat. I don't have the patience for this. Death Snickers taking back through playing. Boy, that was a waste of time after all. It's time for your next trial, Donnie. Step in preparation. I couldn't help but feel nervous for him too. Okay, what is it you needed me to do this time? Not much. Death assigns over our heads like they did before. This game's $5, and it's also free on Steam. There's a demo. This game is simple. They descend back down with a hint of darkness, and their voice is called Say When. Before I knew my feet leave the ground, I barely had time to register what's going on before my body hits cold metal. My IV bed hits my chest, I scramble to catch it. When did it get taken off a hook? Where am I? Slam. Darkness. They're The binding white I've had just gotten used to is... I stunned, turned to move an inch. All I could do is breathe while my mind searches for an explanation. Ashley, Scarlett's voice gets through to me, but it's coming from somewhere below me, muffled slightly. What the fuck are you doing? Let her out. I'm inside of something. A tentative reach hand went out into darkness from in front of my face. It's flat, smooth, and cold. Cold metal surface like I was thrown into. Reached its hand on the same side. Panic on this time, Clang. My worst fears have realized. I've been shoved in one of the side drawers of the wall. Drawer meant for dead bodies. Please, I don't want to be in here. Please, someone. My words come out as a whimper. I'm not sure anyone can even hear them. It's up to you to save her, Donnie. I'll let her out if you ask. Death's voice is taunting like a playground bully. They sound like someone who really isn't going to do what they're offering. But, for too soon, and you lose the trial. Oh, we're going to be in here for hours. We're going to be here in days. I don't trust Donnie at all. Donnie, I call in a panic desperation. He has to let me out. He has to. Donnie, are you fucking kidding me? It's not like she'll die in there. Oh, Donnie, you dick. This is why, Donnie, you asshole. Unfucking believable. You're scum. You know that you're gonna let a poor disabled girl suffer over a trial. You're just gonna fail anyway. Hey, Ash, are you okay? Am I okay? Why would anyone in this situation be okay? No, I'm scared. I don't like this. Please let me out. I beg him, trying to speak as firmly, as clearly as I can to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. I want out immediately. Excuse me. Wish I didn't finish my drink so early in the stream. But you're not hurt or anything, right? Oh my god, he's an asshole. Oh, this is hell. This is hell. I'm about to hurt you, dickhead. I'm grateful for Scarlett's anger, but I'm also not sure how I'll convince him. Donnie, please, please just let me out. This is probably the easiest trial I'll ever give you. All you have to do is nothing. We're all on a time limit, Donnie. You literally are sacrificing her life to save your own ass right now. But I could actually win this time. But how long is too long, dude? Could you live with yourself if you did? Well, I'd be alive again, haha. I hear a click thud and a small ow. Did Scarlett punch him? Hey, no violence. Hang on, Ashley. I'll free you myself. More clanging and metal shuffling sounds. I can't tell what's going on at all. The discretion is welcome. Even if you make it up there, the drawer is locked. Scarlett heels hit the floor and grunts of frustration. Are you seriously fine with having her death on your shoulders? No, then let her out. Fine, fine, okay. Please let her out, Death. Yeah, fuck you too, Donnie. The locker opens. I'm free. If not for Scarlett, how long would I have been trapped in that darkness? Donnie would have waited just before his hourglass ran out. I shiver at the thought. He believes the lies and trials than hourglasses. If he's really been here for years, then he was probably halfway through his countdown. God, was he seriously willing to leave me in there as long as he could? He didn't listen to me, even when I begged him, and Death was the one who tossed me in here, even if they are helping me down now. The trials, it's now I understand. They're meant to maximize people's suffering. Scarlett is the only one to see through it all. She's the only one I can trust. I hang my IV bag out on its stand, and my hands tremble with anxiety, or maybe just a residual fear of being locked up like that. Let's go, Ashley. Yeah. She takes me by the hand, and we head to the door and towards the stairwell. I can't even look at the others. Once the door closes, Scarlett turns me. She gives me my hand a gentle, reassuring squeeze. Are you okay? I'm so sorry they did that to you. I feel better now. Thanks for saving me. I really owe you one. No problem. That's what friends are for. Friends. I'm happy that Scarlett considers me as a friend. Us girls gotta stick together. Men will always end up using you, even if nice guys like Donnie. She's right about that, though. The nice guy, the r/nice guy pandemic is crazy. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just gonna be alone. You know what I mean? It's too complicated, man. I'm just gonna like, be a YouTuber, be alone. No, I would like to meet someone. Her words give me pause. Something feels wrong about them. I guess true that Donnie was using me. We don't trust anyone. We don't play by the rules. That's the only way we come out on top. The only way, huh? What's wrong, Ashley? You sure okay? Yeah, I know. I mean, you're right. Going along with the trials, I guess, makes you do awful things. Like, if you weren't there to stop him, Donnie would have. It's hard to get me to get the words out, thinking about being trapped in that dark place with no one coming to save me. He didn't care about what happened to me, did he? No, he didn't, but I do. Scarlett looks me in the eyes, and I feel all my anxiety drift away. We're in this together, Ashley. Let us think about what we can do next. She leads me upstairs, and my heart fills with a sense of purpose. I'm grateful Scarlet is here to protect me. I don't know if I trust Scarlet all that much either, though. The only one I really do trust is Death, because I don't think they're lying. I think if they were, you know what I mean? I don't know. We start from the top floor, exploring all the halls and chatting all the way. It's actually more strategizing than chatting. Scarlet's going over everything we know for certain and what we can get a clearer picture of what this afterlife really is. Our conclusions are far. One, we definitely are in the real world. It'd be impossible to go this long without food or water or rest if we were. To the building's details are different to the observer. It seems to have to draw from memory to each individual, as far as Scarlet can tell from what the others have described to her. And 3 is Scarlet end up here after being murdered. This is the main evidence we have that the death hourglass theory is just something they pulled out their ass, as Scarlet put it. This being about what she went through, the scandal, being disowned by everyone around her, that still counts as a social death, doesn't it? I still wonder if her physical death is a sure thing. I think Scarlet is lying. I think Scarlet, because she's proven that she would lie. Donnie didn't lie. Death didn't lie. Scarlet lied. I think Scarlet's lying, and that she may not be so innocent as she seems. You know what I mean? Again, I don't know. This is just a theory in the first hour of gameplay, but I don't think I can bring it up to her now, though. She was pretty upset when I dadded her before, and like a lie, if you're telling the truth, why be worried if me just asking her about your judgment? You know what I mean? If you're telling the truth, why worry? I don't want to make her retell the story of her murder anyway. That just sounds like it'd be pretty traumatic. We come to the stop of the hallway. Scarlet leans back against the wall. The only place I haven't been able to investigate thoroughly is the basement. Why the basement? Death spends most of their time there. Whenever I try to poke around, they harass me till I give up and leave. Do you think they'd be hiding from something from us down there? I'm not sure, but I do get the feeling they're not as all-powerful as they seem. Even though they can fly. Yes, that's another thing we know for certain. Death seems to have a few special abilities we don't. Scarlet paces back towards me, staring at tiles on the floor as she walks. Though often I've seen them flying around here on that scythe, it's unlikely there's invisible wires involved. You never know. One time I played a game where the plot twist was that all the mechanical structures made to see those special material the characters couldn't see. Well, that sounds like a cheat twist. Yeah, I was just thinking a place like this in an illusion, it could be something like that. If it is, we're screwed. Scarlet groans in frustration, lightly kicking the wall at the side of her foot. This is impossible. If the whole building's an illusion, can we even trust anything we find here? Poor Scarlet, she's been here for months trying to figure things out on her own. As someone who only just got here, I can doubt I really can be much help. Feeling hopeless, I take a seat on one of the spare beds in the hallway. What are you doing? Resting? Want to join me? Ashley, we can't rest here. Sure we can. Just lie down on that gurney. It's a table, sweetheart. Whatever, just lay with me. Why? Well, I was gonna try to take a nap. Maybe you should too? I was thinking a nap gonna help me. I always take a nap when I don't know what else to do, or if I'm gonna try to avoid something, I guess. Anyway, clear our minds. Come on. Despite her protest, Scarlet gets comfortable on the bed next to mine. I see, so it's like meditation, I guess. I'm genuinely trying to sleep here. I don't really think that's possible. You said you hadn't tried. I hadn't. I can hear the smile in Scarlet's voice even without looking at her. It makes me feel warm inside. It's nice having a female friend around, huh? At work, my former workplace, all the people handing out promotions were men. I spent so much time trying to curry favor with them, I never really got a chance to know my female co-workers. That's why I'm happy to spend time with a girl like you, Ashley, even under these circumstances. You see, this is the problem now here, that's my limitation of being a guy. I can't understand this at all, because I like being friends with everybody. You know what I mean? A female friend. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute. Because you can't say girlfriend, because, you know, then we're making out, but, you know. Yeah, girl power. I'm not much of a girl. What? I'm not much of a girl? I'm gonna go with girl power. I feel like that's the right choice here. Yeah, just pair of girl bosses here. Hell yeah, Ash. Damn straight we are. 2 girl bosses are gonna revive and lead on brand new girl boss lives. Sound nice, doesn't it? Not much of a girl. She looks like Chihiro. Haha, not really. I'd rather just be a regular person. I don't know. I never related femininity once in my entire life. But I'm not sure how to explain that to her. I guess I could just start with something that's been bothering me. Hey, Scarlet, yeah. Do you, maybe call me Ash instead of Ashley? What's that? You're mumbling. Nothing, never mind. I can't do it. It's too late to bring up something like that now. No, I think that's fair. Cause like I would hate it when people call me Michael. You know what I mean? It's Mikey or Mike. You know what I mean? Michael, no, that's too formal. I don't mind it when like people above me do it, like my bosses or something, because that's just how it is. Um, Michael laughing. I'd actually like back when I was like a kid, I would crash out over it because I didn't know how to handle being pissed off like that. Um, yeah, but I would hate it when people would call me Michael. You know what I mean? So being called Mike or Mikey, you know what I mean? Scarlet sits up, peering down before me over the plastic bed frames between us. Are you getting sleepy? No, I don't really feel tired at all. See, that's why I never bothered doing this before. It's so weird. I spent my entire life being tired, but now I'm in this place with different rule. Being called Michael Myers is another one. Dude, any Mike name out there I've been called. Michael Jordan, Michael Myers. Don't know how that would work. That would be awful. That would be ass. It's so weird. I feel like I spent my whole life being tired and now different rules. Yes, maybe we're thinking too heavily in terms of the real world. Why should the laws of physics exist in the afterlife just because our bodies didn't need full... She's just fucking flying! What if anything is possible here as long as you imagine it? Scarlet, how are you doing that? I get it now, Ashley. I've solved it. None of this is real or Scarlet just all floating about as that I've seen death do. This must be something any of us could do. Come on, try it. Okay. Try my best to imagine my body rising out Scarlet's. Feel as heavy as ever. Just like lucid dreaming. Why didn't I figure it out sooner? I'm by. She's just fucking flying. Dreaming. I did think I might have been a dream when I first woke up here, but I never flown in my dreams before. Yeah, there's no way I can imagine this body being so agile and weightless. My shoulders slump at the feet. I can't do it, Scarlet. That's alright. We won't be trapped in here much longer. Now that Death and I are evenly matched, I'm going to confront them. Scarlet giggles as she dashes to the other side of the hall, shooting through the air like a falcon. Scrambling on my feet, lugging my AV stand along with me. I barely manage a jog. Oh my god, I can't wait to see Death just rock her shit. Scarlet pulls me into the elevator with her and we arrive at the basement, the floor in no time. What do you mean by confront Death? If you evenly matched, they're gonna fight, are they? I want to revive, but it's best to do that peacefully. Scarlet probably feels the same, right? I don't think Scarlet feels the same at all. Henry, get the camera ready. We're about to witness an ass beating. I want to revive, but like she's like a battle of wits kind of lady. Everything's happening so fast. Are we really gonna be able to escape this place so soon? Fuck no. Listen, I was promised a 2-hour game. We're only in 1 hour 19. 1 hour 19. I'm worried it won't be that simple. As I enter the morgue, a glint of metal passage over Scarlet's head. Before I know it, she's throwing herself out of the way, and Death is picking a scythe out of the floor where she once stood. I knew it were coming for me. I got eyes and ears all over this place. That's fine. I'm used to being surveyed. Scarlet shrugs off with a confident laugh. I shouldn't be so calm about this. Death seems to be surprised too, and Scarlet takes steps forward. They take 2 steps back. Are you afraid that I came here to hurt you? Death keeps her scythe raised, raising a small growl in response. Scarlet takes another step towards them. Just came to talk. No need for violence. Back off. Death slings at Scarlet, and she dodges again. Please don't fight. I'm scared. They'll hurt each other. Can we get hurt in the afterlife? Can we bleed? Death, you are scaring Ashley. Put the scythe down and we can talk like grown-ups. Fuck off. I've been through this shit before. Y'all get so cocky once you realize you can fly. Death circles Scarlet, taking a slow, cautious steps as they're moving towards me, towards the floor. You've been lying to us, Death. You've been keeping us busy with your silly games. You know the way out of here, don't you? You kept it to yourself, all because you just love toying with others so much. Am I wrong? There's a smile on her face and sweetness in her voice, but something about it seems dangerous. Death swings their scythe again, but Scarlet doesn't move the Scarlet. When I opened my eyes, I expected to see something. Instead, I saw the blade of scythe press against Scarlet's chin. Despite the impact, she hasn't budged an inch. Shit. Death dropped the scythe, scrambling towards me like a scared animal. Scarlet grabs them by the hood, yanking them back. Then throwing them across the room, slam against the wall. Metal drawers shift up unsettling sound. Tell us how to revive. She's raised her voice now, the sweetness completely gone for her. I don't know how it works. Their mask is askew. Scarlet, unbothered by the desperation in their voice, strides over to them. You're Death, aren't you? Tell us. She digs her heel into her stomach. I don't like Scarlet. I don't like Scarlet. God, you bitch. Scarlet, stop. Shut up. Tell us before I really hurt you. Death, the elevator. Scarlet, pressure off. Still carefully keep Death pinned against the wall. The elevator's the way out. It takes people and they don't come back. I seriously don't know how it works, just that they left through the elevator. Scarlet lifts her foot. Death rolls over, coughing. They scramble away from us. There, that wasn't so hard. She turns to step through the elevator, motion for me to follow. Gotta check on Death. Death seems hurt. This isn't right. Are you okay? Fuck you, don't pretend like you care about me now. Dude, I do! You don't understand, Death. I'm a stan. I didn't know she was gonna do any of that. I'm sorry, and Ashley, the two of us flinch at Scarlett's voice like she's waiting for us in the hallway. Whatever, get out of here before she comes back. Give a hesitating nod and out the door. Scarlett is silent to reach the elevator. What are you talking about? The Death about? Her expression is neutral, but her words are laced with implicit threat. Don't betray me. I just want to see if they were okay. You were pretty rough on them. Ashley, Death is our captor. Huh? They knew the way out, purposely withheld that information from us. They tortured Donnie for years and likely plan to do the same to us. Considering all that, don't you think a little violence is justified in order to escape this nightmare? This feels really manipulative. You know what I mean? I don't know. Death didn't resort to violence before you did. If Death was really... Yeah, I don't know, Scarlett. This doesn't seem cool. Because, like, you also got to keep in mind... Ash doesn't really know social cues because she was in the hospital bed for 7 years. So it doesn't like she has a lot of agency. And, like, Scarlett's literally taking our agency. She has a point. Maybe I'm just overreacting. Scarlett's doing what you think she needs to in order. Do you want to survive? Yes, not like this. Not by being a dick to people. Not like this. I can't do this. Stepping on others is what it takes. I'd rather stay down here. Fine, I'll go alone. Scarlett sits in the elevator. Her eyes look a little teary, but I might have only imagined it. Still, no matter what, I couldn't get behind treating Death like that. Kicking someone while they're down is wrong. Death keeps their distance, staring at me from across the hall. I call out there. Scarlett took the elevator. You're not going with her? Yeah. Oh, word? Death approaches, flipping up their mask to look me in the eye. So you're, like, legit cool? I try my best to be. Not like this, yeah, dude. Not like... Because, like, the problem with that whole idea of stepping on others to take what you want, you know what I mean? That's not right. You know what I mean? Even if it is justified, you gotta be the better man. Or better woman in this case. Because, like, listen, maybe Death was a dick, right? I didn't really think so. But even if they are, if you really want to be better than them, if you really want to be better for yourself, you leave them. You don't do, you know, that sort of shit. I don't like what she did to you, so I didn't want to follow her anymore. Yeah? You shouldn't have attacked her either. Hey, that was that was self-defense, though! She has a point! You know what I mean? Genuinely, that was self-defense! My man... Yeah, it was, dude. That genuinely was. Because Death was just chilling. Death was playing GTA 5. You swung first, but you saw what she did to me. She's fucking crazy. I had no choice. Whatever, just don't fight anymore, okay? What the hell was I thinking about leaving? But if you're willing to help me out... How, leaving through the elevator? Nah, the other way, out the front doors. She lied! Let's go! Death slips her mask back down and start walking towards the doors. You coming? Yeah, sure. I'm confused. I hurry after them. The elevator lets you revive them. Where do the front doors leave you? I knew she was gonna be trouble when she started refusing my trials. Death's voice echoes in the stairwells. They talk over me their shoulder as we climb the steps. Last couple times this happened, I had to lay low until the disillusioned one fucked off. Disillusioned? That's what I call them. Once they realize their own power here. Scarlett's too damn stubborn. I'd probably be stuck hiding for like a year before she gave up but disappeared. Disappear as in... There's 3 ways to have your souls released from this place. The first is the elevator. The revival route brings you back to the real world so you can get back to your shitty life. The second is oblivion, walking out the front door into complete isolation. Don't know what happens to the ones that go that route, but it can't be good. They lose their mind out there. Then what's the third? Heh, that'd be despair. Yo, Henry. Yo, Henry. That is a crazy dream, Aiden. After your hourglass runs out, your soul can destabilize and return to ash. Ash? I take it that mean you died in real life. Your soul crumbles into dust and you disappear for good. You think that'll happen to Scarlett? Death only gives a hollow laugh in response to what reach the ground floor and they can reach the door to the lobby. So why do I want to go to the front door? If your hourglass out, you turn to ash. Oh, no wonder this is like return to ash. That's what Death said, but their explanation was so casual. Can I really trust them? they're trying to drive me and Scarlet further apart, and I know what am I saying. I can't trust Scarlet anymore either, not after what she did to Death. Well, if her conclusions were wrong too, if there's anything I really know for sure. I followed Death to the front desk. Donnie is at the end of the room, staring blankly out one of the large windows. I feel more lost than ever, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to hear Death out for now until I draw my own conclusions from there. No, I would try not to let a house on fire. That'd be very unfortunate. Death hops on the desk, sliding over it gracefully, then laying behind the turn back to me. Alright, Ash, I'm going to show you something top secret. You're giving me a whole lot of information all of a sudden. Yeah, because our goals happen to align. We both want Scarlet out of here as soon as possible, right? You don't care if she disappears, though I'd actually prefer if she gets to revive. Dan, she really turned you into a mini Scarlet. Unless you were always this bitchy. I know, I'm a bit of a bitch. You know what I mean? I'm not just a bitch. I'm a bitch with a backstory. I glare at Death like a Scarlet always does. Hey, don't get all pissed off. I'm showing you this because you can use a convincer to revive. If I'm lucky, you'll leave me all alone. This is a last-ditch effort sort of thing, so be grateful. That's good, Aiden. Alright, what is it? Death plops down on a swivel chair and boots up the computer in front of him, holding down a few keys on the keyboard as they do. This is what you're supposed to be greeted with when you got here. They turn them more toward me a welcome screen instead of instructions. Welcome to the afterlife. Please do not despair. At this time, your death is merely a social one. It is likely the world has not been kind to you. This space was created for relaxation and recovery for lost souls. It may serve as a respite until you are ready to move on. Beware the front exit. It leads to oblivion. This is the path for those who choose to abandon society and commit to isolation. To return to your life, you only need to enter the elevator. Carry on the hope that you're connected with others in your heart, and then the exit will reveal yourself to you. Without love, it cannot be seen. We are praying for your peaceful revival. Alright. Yeah, so you just gotta, yeah, so again, it's like, you just gotta be happy. Or you gotta you gotta have, like, full, no, I get this, I like this, this is the lame-ass truth of this place. Wait, so what about the trials? Death stops them from answering the footsteps. It's Donnie. Hey, what are you guys doing? I love we can't be seen. Yo, Death. Yeah, Death, you want to come back to Earth with me? Because Donnie's a dick, right? Donnie's a dick. He's pushing, like, fucking scams. He was gonna leave me in the fucking containers. Scarlet's a dick. I feel like I'm the only one with a genuine shot out here, but maybe that's on me. Nunya. None your business. Haha, good one. Stuff it, simp. Damn, she called him out. But fuck, we're not wrong. No wonder Donnie was desperate to win a trial. Death is kind of unbearable. Listen, the elevator's the way out. I cut into the truth that was just shown. Donnie's eyes widened. The elevator, really? Don't just tell him. That's privileged information. Why were you hiding it from us? The more I think about it, the angrier I get. This whole time we could have left just by wanting to connect with others back in the real world. You haven't seen what I've seen, okay? Trust me, it's easier this way. Oh, I got it. You're trying to get back at me for what I did to Ash before. Huh? You want to trick me into looking for a secret exit that doesn't exist. That's it? Yep, you got us, Donnie. Oh, no, I don't care about that. Look, it says here on the monitor. As reads with screams, expression softens. There's the hope to connect to others. In other words, to overcome social death, you must have to pursue a social life. Is that it? The message was supposed to see when all of us woke up here. Death hid it from us, but it doesn't say anything about the trials. That's because they were distraction. Maybe Death wanted a friend. You know what? I think that's what I think it was. Maybe Death wanted to have a friend because she didn't give me a trial at first. She wanted to play video games with me. Where is Miss Scarlet? We should probably tell her about this. I'll skip telling about how she suddenly became disillusioned. I think that's what Death called it. Yeah, maybe Death can't go. So she wants to have a couple people hang out. Scarlet already knows about the elevator. She's there now. Death didn't explain how to use it. Why would I? It's funnier if she drives herself crazy trying to solve it. No, she's right. We should go too. Donnie fidgets, clearly excited to be out of his way out of here. Will Scarlet even let us in? She's gonna have to if she wants to know how it works. The red line that line is read in the key. You can only see the way out through the power of love. Death gives a blunt end of the scythe Donnie's stomach. He bubbles over with a whiny ow. If the elevator really works, Donnie will be free from Death's bullying, but what about Scarlet? Assuming she believes us about this hidden exit, will she be able to see it herself? There's probably no one in the world she wants to connect with. She doesn't trust anyone after what she's been through. I might have been her only friend, and I walked away from her. Okay, in Scar, like, is that crazy for walking away? Like, if one of my buddies assaulted somebody in pursuit of any goal, like, I guess there's some things that are justifiable, but I'm definitely taking another think about it. But it's because I walked away that we know the way out now. I can't imagine what was on that screen being another elaborate lie. At least not if Death really wants Scarlet out of here. Three of us head over to the elevator and Donna presses the button, bringing it to our floor. After a minute or two, the doors open. Hi, Scarlet. How's it going? Scarlet politely flinches, seeing us all there. What? I got Death to explain more. I know about the elevator works. Scarlet's eyes dart between us, trying to disconcern whatever we may be plotting, but that's what I imagine is going on in her head. No, you won't believe us. I'll prove it to you. Will you let Donnie try? Fine. It's not like there's I'm having any luck on my own. So the exit will reveal herself. Isn't it great, Miss Scarlet? We don't have to complete a trial after all. You're the only one who cared about the trials. I thought the video game was kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe I'm a dick. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Besides, aren't you nervous? Nervous? Why would I be? I don't know what you've heard, but if Death gave you special instructions, you could have activated some kind of trapdoor that plummets you straight to hell. Are you ready to go to hell, Donnie? Uh-huh. That won't happen. Yeah, like Ash said, I'll be fine. But before I go, I wanted to apologize. Scarlet shows her stance, clearly in a bad mood. Ash, during last trial, almost given up hope. I'm actually grateful, Scarlet, for stopping me in a way. I'm sorry I wasn't strong enough to call off right away. Having basic empathy isn't a matter of strength, Donnie. Just let him talk, Scarlet. No, she's right. That must have been scary for you, and I ignored that. There's genuine regret in his voice, the relief in me that he's actually acknowledging what he did. And to think that would have gotten me closer out of reviving it all. It's okay, thanks for apologizing. Donnie is relieved to be forgiven, and Scarlet scoffs, turns away. He ignores her and continues. I know that was a waste of time here, but I don't regret the time I spent working hard. Death, you taught me an invaluable lesson of perseverance. Is this a joke? Why are you thanking me, you weirdo? It's because now I can go back to my life knowing I'm stronger than I thought. Aww. Good for Donnie. Donnie sits in the elevators and it's so slowly. I won't forget you guys, but the person I want to connect with is... I'd really like to see my ex-wife. What name is that? You're just saying letters. You're just saying letters, dog. Charteris? You're not real, Donnie. You're not real. I need to apologize to her too for all the trouble I caused for being a terrible husband. I've never seen that name before in my entire life, Henry. I'll throw away you Thrive products, get a regular job again, I'll do anything. I doubt she'll take me back, but if I could just tell her I'm sorry, that'll be enough. After that, who knows? He wipes tears from his eyes and looks around the elevator. Oh, this button's new. He presses it and the doors close. He watches the elevator rises through in its interior, barely showing no gap in the door. After a few moments, returns to those doors open once more. There's no one inside. Damn, rip Donnie. What? How? The elevator is the only exit that works for people who's redeemed themselves. If you can't leave here, you're a bad person. Death, that's not... No. Scarlet takes off, phasing through the ceiling, checking the upper floors to make sure he's not hiding anywhere. Didn't seem like anything that on the screen. When Scarlet comes back down, it's through the elevator shaft. Which button is it? They're all the fucking same. Why am I really such a horrible person? She falls to her knees before us. Donnie, I'm worse than fucking Donnie. Are you kidding me? I think the thing here is it's not that you're worse than him, but you can't accept that you made mistakes. You were only focused on your career and trying to move up in the world. That's why you never had a female friend before. You couldn't see anything. If you had a female friend, right? Because, like, listen, this could sound very stupid, right? It's coming from me. But my understanding is gals look out for each other more than guys do. Right, if there's a creepy guy in the office, a gal will tell another gal. If there's a creepy guy in the office, a guy will most likely go, well, that's just him. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's a difference between... And I'm guilty of this, too. You know what I mean? I'm not about to be here, oh, I'm so innocent. You know what I mean? Because there'll be times where you're like, Well, he's old. You know what I mean? You just gotta let him. You just gotta ignore him. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, this was a different situation because maybe the CEO of her company was an actual shitty person. You know what I mean? More than just being creepy. But if she had talked to other people instead of only focusing on her career, she could have realized, oh, maybe I don't want to be curry favor with this guy. Maybe I don't want to be this guy's lapdog. Scarlet, Death was lying. It has nothing to do whether you're a good or bad person. It's whether you want to connect with others to resume your social life. What? Donnie had someone he wanted to see again, so the path opened for him. No, that's the lie. Because if that's true, then who am I supposed to connect to? Everyone fucking hates me. I don't hate you, but you don't trust me either. No one trusts me. And why should they? I'm a fucking monster who only cares about herself. Oh, okay, so she knows. That's why they still believe Sob. No one will ever believe me. Scarlet's inconsolable. Damn. Death nudges my arm. Hey, Ash, you probably get a go ahead and revive next! That's so funny! Oh, dude, Death is like, hey, you can leave. What, and leave Scarlet alone with you? Why you just lie to her just now to confuse her, to make her suffer anymore, to make her desperate? She's weaker that way. And that's horrible. Why'd I ever feel bad for you? Whatever. Scarlet clearly ain't ready to go just yet. You, on the other hand, don't have much time. I don't. Wait, you can find my hourglass? Death points to her scythe at my eye. Oh, that's tragic. Our IV bag is our fucking hourglass. Oh no. Realized that a bit ago, kind of obvious in retrospect. What happens when it runs out while I die? Poof. They display their fingers for emphasis. I recall our earlier conversation about souls crumbling to dust. Okay. Who do we want to connect back with? Scarlet, it's time for me to go. What, Sniff? I'm gonna take the elevator now. I can't stay here any longer, but I'd like you to come with me. Staying here isn't good for you either. Scarlet doesn't move. I really don't like the idea of leaving her with Death, but I don't think I'll be able to convince her to come with me, so I'll do the extra thing. St. Fellows, that's the name of the hospital I'm staying at, huh? You're welcome to come and visit me anytime. Don't forget. Why are you telling me this? So you can revive when you're ready. I thought it might be easier if you had someone on the other side waiting for you. Scarlet gives me a small nod, teary-eyed. She steps out of the elevator without looking back. Once she does, a button appears, a circle print on its surface. Press the button. I give a confident press and wave goodbye to Scarlet and Death. The elevator begins to move. It's rising. I'm going up. This is the way out. Death the path fails, same as Donnie took. I'm really going to revive now as the elevator rises. Start to feel lighter, but I can't tell if I feel anxious or calm or nothing. It's the same sort of muted feeling I get after taking my pain meds, and my mind and body are quiet. Well, my mind is never that quiet, especially when I focus on a game. That's a part of I like playing them, I guess. As my thoughts wander, I feel something brush against my leg. When I look down, it's no longer an elevator, but I feel dandelions. They sway slightly at my feet. The feeling of rising hasn't left me, but I'm still being taken somewhere. This place really was like a dream, and I'm getting a taste of heaven that I didn't really feel sick the whole time. The computer said it was a place of respite. Well, I guess it wasn't as relaxing as that, thanks to Death. But it was fun, getting to run around and searching for the truth, searching for the way out. It's too bad Scarlet couldn't come with me. It would have been nice getting to see those flowers together. Thought fills me with emotion, something indescribable as yearning. It's practically a stranger to me. I want friends. I want to chat with others. I want to have conversations that don't start with medication adjustments or my latest test results. It's been so long since I had that. I thought there was nothing I could do about it from my hospital bed. Do I even deserve friends? I just abandoned the only one I made in years, but what choice did I really have? My hourglass was about to run out. I guess I just have to do better from now on. I can start small, baby steps. Maybe my doctor will agree to let me out of the hospital for a day or just a few hours. Enough to go to the park, even if it is in a wheelchair. Unstable enough for that, aren't I? And then maybe I can make a friend at the park, play chess with an old man or something. Haha, I don't even like chess. I just don't want to go back to being alone. Second chances, revive alone. So there is multiple endings to this game. And I don't think I'll get all of them. Right, but I'm sure there's like an ending. If you do all the stuff with Scarlet, you can revive with her, or if you do all the stuff with Donnie, you can revive with him. That was a pretty good game, pretty fun. Yeah, maybe, but Scarlet was a dick. Like, am I wrong? And why should I have to go befriend Donnie after he just locked me in a metal box so he can win? You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's the bit here. Maybe you gotta look past people's flaws and stuff. Yeah, but that was a pretty good game. I liked it. I had fun with it. Gamble with the guy, maybe. I don't know. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool game. Because, like, I'm always a firm believer of making friends. Like, I love talking to people. That's part of the reason why I like live streaming so much, because I can talk to you guys. You know, I like that theme of being social with people. Alright, you have a good one, Henry. Thank you for coming. Ooh, extras. So there's... Okay, so we definitely did Scarlet the most. And Ash... Oh, wow, we didn't get many of Ash. 54% of complete. Well, that was fun. But yeah, guys, that's all. You sure you want to quit? Yeah. My fucking desktop picture right now is behind the scenes from the FNAF 2 movie. And it just fucking spooked me there for a second. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you all today. Thank you all for joining me. Always a blast, always a pleasure. Join me again for tomorrow. We will be playing Detroit Become Human. So, you know, another fun, light-hearted stream. Join me tomorrow for Detroit Become Human. Then join me on Thursday for some more FNAF Security Breach with the cut content restored. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there, and may the stars shine down upon you. Bye!